Hey, this is Chris from GrowQuest with, we'll just call this part 3 of the garden transformation here in my backyard. If you follow the first 2 parts about installing the flagstone, then we're right now at this point, we've got the flagstone more or less settled in. Just need some finishing touches. I opted to use a gravel filler. In this case, it's called a Palomino. A word about gravel: don't go to Home Depot or Lowe's for the gravel. I mean, unless you just need some crushed granite gravel, that's fine. You'd be surprised how many different types of gravel there are when you go to a really good stone yard. And you know, take a bucket there, or buy a few buckets, take 3 or 4 home and work with them a little bit. Spread them out, get them wet, see what colors you like. There's really a lot of very interesting colors, and I found that this Palomino really worked good for me. I'll probably mix in a small amount of decomposed granite over it and water it in to kind of not harden it up. Gravel's obviously hard, but kind of keep it in place and make a good filler on the bottom as it settles down. What I'm trying to do, and I'm not showing it all because I'm let some of it become a huge mess behind me, but as we know, I spent a lot of time in the Sierras harvesting ladybugs. I'm very much an outdoors person, and I also prefer a more natural landscape. I can do a formal garden too, but in this case I prefer, because it's my backyard, that it look fairly natural, little bit of chaos to it. And so you see that I have some logs here, some oak logs. I brought these down from the Sierras. A large oak tree had fallen and the Forest Service had cut it up. Ordinarily you bring it back for firewood, but I had these things sitting around. They're pretty damn big chunks, and I thought I would use them for something other than firewood. I just didn't know, and it developed that one day I was thinking about the grasses and the stonework to come, and I thought, you know what, this is just right. It fits in this little grassland. And the thing about grasses is that designers, architects, they plant grasses in landscapes as if it's some sort of rock or piece of just an item. Okay, grasses come from particular areas, and they're associated, you know, with wet bogs or dry grasslands or meadows. And in those areas, there's rock, there's fallen trees. There's just not usually just grass. Okay, there's other things going on in a grassland, especially in a grassland like mine. As small as it is, it still represents a very wet area. And in the Sierras, it's very common to go through trails, and that's what we have developing here with the walkway, is a trail, and have the trees being cut by the Forest Service workers so you can get through and the wood pushed aside. So I decided a little while back, after the fact, that I wanted to add a water feature to the landscape. So I'm going to redig this out. I'll take about a 24-inch swath, to narrowing maybe even down to 12 inches wide all the way through here, and then I'll cement it in and have some flowing water through here and some bubbling, gurgling water at some point. So now we come to this part. This is the other side here where the wheelbarrow is at, will be regular mowed grass lawn area for recreating on. The transition is going to be moving water right where the shovel is, and then a large section of flagstone, and then over to the mowed lawn surface. So I've picked out a big chunk of flagstone that I like for this, and what I'll do is I'm going to dig this out, and I built a little form. And for all the form builders, yes, I realized that I made it backwards. I was putting it together the proper way, which should have been all plywood to the inside, and got distracted by something in the house. But nonetheless, it's only one form, and it'll work fine. This will get dug down. This will get dug down. This will get placed in there, and then this will get filled with concrete, and then the flagstone will be attached to the top of it, and the wood will get removed in a few days when it hardens off. So more or less a wet bog grassland transition, using the natural elements that I'd find in the foothills, in this case quite a few of them, which is the wood and the rock. I'll bring down some more rock out of the foothills and slowly add to it. And this is an evolving project. I didn't put the flagstone past the patio area. I did not mount the flagstone past the patio area in concrete footings because, again, yeah, it needs to have a natural feel to it. So sometimes this rock needs to shift a little bit. And also, 3 years from now or 2 years from now, I could decide I want to do something totally different and remove half of this and fill it in with more perennials. We'll have to see. Again, there's no reason why you can't remodel substantially your backyard every few years. I grew up in Hope Ranch in Santa Barbara. I've seen people rip out a few hundred square feet to an acre or two of established landscape and redo it to something new. The landscape is an evolving art form, or it's a palette as an art form. And you can shift your plants and your structures around according to your whims. At least you should. And according to your maturation as you mature or grow older with different tastes and colors.